Hey,
At the light, turn right onto South Grand Avenue.
welcome back to my page. This is Ashley Brands, and I'm Ash. So, as you can see, I am
In a
driving.
quarter mile, turn right onto US 62 East, US Highway 40 East.
And I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but you might have to deal with my GPS situation while I'm driving, because I don't know how to get home or from church or to church from home. It is about 30 minutes away. And yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed right now, if I'm being quite honest. So, I have officially joined a church. Yay! That's bananas in pajamas for real. Especially because I pretty much had given up after the last video I did about I'm churching wrong. I thought I was gonna go back to that church to give them another shot, but my spirit just sort of gave up on churches. And I posted something along the lines of pretty much explaining how I ended up at this church, but I'll reiterate. The church is called Mount Olivet.
At the light, turn right onto US 62 East, US Highway 40 East.
I now feel comfortable saying the name of the church now that I know it's officially where I'm going to go. Because if I ended up not going, I would have had to explain why I'm not going to that church, and then I don't like feeling like I'm bad mouthing anybody. Does that make sense? So if I explain why I'm not going,
in a quarter mile, turn left onto Elijah Pierce Avenue.
It feels better than me saying, oh, I'm not going back to that church because church Jesus is false prophets or something else like that. That feels defamatory, and I don't want to do that. So the church I've joined is called Mount Olivet Baptist Church of Columbus, but they're not the kind of Baptist that makes you question your reality. We've been to those Baptist churches. We know. So it's a real kind of laid back kind of church. And the first time I went there, it literally felt like home. And I was ready to join that day. But something helped me. Literally the idea that I can't join a church the first day that I go there held me back. And the fact that the person who preached was not the preacher, that held me back. Two things. So the next Sunday, I went.
At the light, turn left onto Elijah Pierce Avenue.
And I immediately was like, hold on, let's go make this. Okay.
In a quarter mile, use the middle lane to take the I-71 North ramp.
All right, they were speeding and stuff. Y'all gonna go on this ride with me, because sometimes I can drive, sometimes I can't. The next Sunday, the pastor preached, and he preached down. And when I tell you I used to hate preaching,
use the middle lane to take the I-71 North ramp. Then use the left lane to take the I-71 North ramp.
I didn't care for the preachers, so I got to find a preacher that connects with me. Rest in peace, Pastor Horn.
Use the left lane to take the I-71 North ramp, then merge onto I-71 North.
With him, and I thought I just was one of those people who always fell asleep at church. No, not so much. I'm that person who will stay awake if the preaching is good. Period. So today, the third Sunday I was going to join, but I had a conversation with my best friend Nikki, and she has this superpower. Jokingly, we call it a superpower, but she has a superpower of discernment, and I feel like everybody has a level of discernment on them, but she specifically has this level that is almost supernatural. It's weird. To the point where apparently when she was younger, people would go to her and be like, yo, what's your vibe on this? Well, when I say younger, I'm like not of legal age. But people would ask her, what's your vibe on this? And she would tell them yay or nay, and they would just take it for what she said. And kept it moving. And then later on, they will realize, okay, yeah, she was accurate on this one 1,000%. So I was going to use her superpowers because I didn't know if I was like blinded by the blackness of the church and the tradition of the church, because it's not a traditional church, but it has the staples that I like. And I didn't know if I was being closed-minded to the New Age churches or what have you. I wanted to make sure that I was not just, I didn't have a heavy bias with the church, with this particular church. Are you going to get over, or are you going to do, okay, there you go. So the plan was, last night I had my bridal shower, and she was going to spend the night in Columbus, and then this morning go to church with me. Well, that fell through because the place we were supposed to have the bridal shower at was an Airbnb, but their roof caved in. So the place we ended up having a bridal shower at, we couldn't have it was not an Airbnb, so she couldn't spend the night. So I just ended up going solo dolo. But let me tell you how God is funny. At my old church, my nickname was Martha. And God is funny. God is funny. At my old church, my nickname was Martha. And it's because I always did the things, what was needed to be done. I would see what needed to be done, and I would jump in and immediately do it, or figure out a way to do it, to the point where when I was searching for a church, I was trying to find where I could fit in and where I could be the most productive in the church. I'm not somebody who sits down. Yesterday at my bridal shower, I wanted to bring a dish. I wanted to come early and help set up. I'm not somebody who sits down. Like, I was frustrated all yesterday morning because I'm like, I want to help because it's fun to me, and working in the church is how I serve. Is my phone hot? It's not hot. I don't know why it says that. Okay. So that's how I serve, right? So today the sermon was on Martha and Mary, and the time Luke 10:38 to 42, I think. And it's about, that's the time when Jesus was there. It came to their house. Martha was like trying to get stuff together to serve Jesus, and Mary just like chilling next to Jesus' feet. I will be honest with you, and I didn't realize this until today, for real. I've always had a level of resentment towards the Marys of the world. Like, because do what needs to be done. Like, if you see something that needs to be done, get up and do it. It makes no sense to me that you would choose to let something just lay by the wayside and then leave it for the Marthas to finish when you could just jump in where you see that help is needed. The way this lady preached down, and I said I wasn't going to end up, I had said today I wasn't going to, when I got to church, I said I'm not going to join this week because I'm too tired to really focus on the sermon, and the actual pastor was not preaching, and I wanted to hold off. But then the subject of the sermon came up, and I focused on the sermon up until like the end. I'm on some medication that's supposed to help my migraines, and I am like dead to the world right now. It almost looks like I'm high, honestly. I feel like I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. So I started to veer off at the end, unfortunately. But the great bulk of the sermon was fire. And I'm going to watch it back later on online so I can get the end of it. Because, yeah. But it was so good. It was absolutely, it was everything. It is not 11:30, and I got, ooh, that was
in 2 miles, use the second from the right lane to take exit 117 for Ohio 161 East, Dublin Granville Road.
At at the end, they did the call to worship, and I was like, this is the Sunday that I'm supposed to join. Period. It's not what and I have a tendency to have a plan for everything. When I got with Stefan, I had a plan with Stefan to the point, like, he was not going to meet any of my people until at least 6 months, which was bad because at the 6-month mark, that's when I knew I wanted to marry that man. Like, hardcore. Like, oh no, I think we can make it. We should maybe we'll get married one. No. I wanted him to propose at 6 months because I was in it. I was in it. So, and my plans don't normally work out because God is funny. With Stefan, he ended up meeting, I think, before the end of the year. October, November, December. So 2 months in, I never counted.
In a half mile, use the second from the right lane to take exit 117 for Ohio 161 East, Dublin Granville Road.
The rest of my family almost 3 months in. So we were still in the 2-month window, but we were closer to the 3-month mark.
Use the second from the right lane to take exit 117.
Which makes sense. Oh, wait. Almost missed my turn. Which makes sense because...
In 1,000 feet, use the second from the left lane to turn left onto Ohio 161 West, East Dublin Granville Road. Use the second from the left lane to turn left onto Ohio 161 West, East Dublin Granville Road.
All right, I know where I'm at now. I can turn this off. Hold on. Okay, it makes sense that they really wanted to meet him before the 6-month mark because I kind of moved in with him accidentally after the second date. So, okay. So today I feel like I would have been completely and utterly disrespectful to the Spirit had I chosen to wait until the pastor showed up to join, because I don't really need the pastor to be there to join. Like, I'm not doing this for anybody else, but okay, in complete contradiction to my whole Christianity thing, I don't like people. So I really don't want to, I think I really wanted Nikki to be there just so I could have some support. Because I had to go to another room and I had to fill out some stuff, and that's cool or whatever. But also, I don't remember them taking my email. Okay. Also, I didn't care for it. It's a me thing. I don't like people. I don't like people. Think I'm extroverted. I am not. Everybody kept trying to hug me and shake my hand and stuff because I joined, and I'm like, but let's not. Thank you, but no. But I did want to be rude, so I shook everybody's hand, and I forgot to put on my hand sanitizer after that. So, and I just rubbed my nose, so that's fun. I hope I don't get sick. I'm excited. I'm a bit overwhelmed because every church that I went to, even after hand sanitizer, driving and talking on the videos, not recommended. Okay. Every church that I've joined, even as an adult, when I found a church on my own, it somehow was centered around my family. I can't recall when I was at Living Hope, if I joined Living Hope first and then they followed suit, or if it was vice versa, or if we joined all together at once. I can't recall. But because I'm in Columbus and my family's in Dayton, I had to find my own place by myself that is not centered around them. And I think that's a very healthy thing to do, but it's a scary thing to do when you're not used to moving by yourself. So I'm glad I was able to really do it. Like, I was able to find a place that was for me. And maybe that's why God didn't allow Nikki to come, because I have to make the decision for myself. But also I want her to come to the church, because even before I joined, I was inviting people to the church, because it's one of those churches you feel proud to be a part of. But I think God didn't allow Nikki to come because he wants me to be able to make the decision on my own and not have any other person in my ear. And I get so enthusiastic about things that I feel like I'm so enthusiastic, other people feel like they need to bring me back down to earth with certain things. And Nikki's not like that, but overall, they feel like they need to bring me back down to earth. So I feel like it's a good thing that other people may not have been able to make it. And it's not a negative thing, because I need to, my head be in the clouds sometimes. And if I like something, I just like all in. And so I'm glad about this. And then it's not a lifetime commitment. If I peep game within the church that I do not find conducive to a healthy relationship with God, I'll just walk away. I walk away. It'll be easier for me to walk away because my family is not there. So I'm good. I'm just overwhelmed. Like, emotionally, I'm overwhelmed, and I feel like I've had too much contact with people. So I'm like overwhelmed on that. And then I'm exhausted, so I'm kind of overwhelmed with that. And then I had my bridal shower yesterday. I felt really, really loved. I felt really loved. I had to stop myself multiple times from crying yesterday, because real G's don't cry. I'm gonna be like crybaby and just tattoo one teardrop and just call it a day. But I'm not. Yesterday at the actual bridal shower, when I was allowed to go in at exactly 5:45, because I couldn't come a minute early, I walked in. Everybody looked so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and it was just, it's like when people show up for you, it lets you know, it lets you know that they care. It makes you feel so loved. And I had such fun, and I won a game. You know me, you know I'm competitive to my core. Like, I won a game, and the prize was something I actually really, really needed. So, which was I'm trying the Sweet Mint. It was a 4-pack of lip balm, but it was like nice lip balm. And I ran out of my Burt's Bees lip balm, and I've been like, you ever run out of chapstick and you're like trying to still put it on, but there's nothing left, so you're like, the little bit that comes on gets scraped right off by this. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I'm so excited for this stuff, but also I'm allergic to everything, so I'm starting off with the Sweet Mint and going to work my way up to the other flavors to see if I get an allergic reaction to anything. But right now, this week is just going to be Sweet Mint, and then, so I'm very happy about that. I don't think my people knows how much I love them. I don't feel like I convey it well. I feel like I say it a lot, but I don't know if it's not clicking with them. Never mind. I'm, I crack myself up. I'm the only one laughing. But I don't think they know how much I love them and I value them. So, and now, so when they show up for me, it makes me feel like, okay, they do love me too. I don't know. It's a good feeling. I feel good all over, but not in a Stephanie Mills kind of way. But just, I feel loved. I feel loved. And it's so beautiful. Like, I'm not about to cry right now or anything, but yesterday I was about to cry multiple times. But it's so nice. It's so nice. And now it feels like the wedding is, like, it's always felt like the wedding was really about to happen, but it feels like the wedding's real. Like, everything that we do makes things feel a little bit more real. Starting with we had the engagement party a month after we got engaged, I think. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, it's real. But then that was a month after we got engaged. So we did all the prep stuff. And every time we would solidify a new vendor, I would be like, oh, golly, it's real. But then we finished solidifying vendors hella early. So it's been a lot of basic work from there. So this was the first real event we've had in a long time regarding the wedding. And I am just too thrilled. I can't explain how loved I feel. I cannot. And now, next thing is the bachelorette. I'm hoping he has a bachelor situation, but he's not here for it. He is an introvert. I'm an introvert, but you can't tell because my anxiety manifests itself to make me look like an extrovert. So I got to defend my introverted nature. He is an introvert who can live in his introverted self. Right? So he's not really needing or wanting a bachelor party. But I want it for him. Even if it's just his friends getting together and them just gaming all night with pizza. Because that's what he does. He likes to game. He's a gamer. I tried to be a gamer girl for him. It's not my ministry. I don't get the allure of it. But yeah, next, and I can't remember what day, but sometime in August, I am having my bachelorette. I'm actually having I'm getting married, you got. A whole me is getting married. A whole me. That's bananas and pajamas. Because when I tell you, I was not supposed to end up with Stefan. Because I was done dating. He was going to be my last date ever. He was going to be my last date ever. I was done. I had given up. I said, love is not for me. I'm going to be the spinster auntie, and I'm just going to live my life that way. And apparently I think he told me he was close to being done too. Now look at us all happy and stuff. This is crazy. This is crazy work. I'm still surprised the man put up with me because he's so quiet. I don't want to say quiet. He's stoic. He goofy as heck. Goofy as heck. He mean too. He be making my mom think I'm the bad guy, but he be the bad guy. It's not me. But I like to just annoy him so much. So I'm surprised he put something. Okay. I feel like that's all of my... I feel like that's all my updates. I'll go ahead and I'm just gonna upload this video. I also feel cute. But I'm gonna upload this video because I feel like it's been a while since I did a video. It feels like I was rambly a lot in this. But it's me being sleepy, me having anxiety, me being a little overwhelmed, and then me being excited because I have a church. Like, I can now say my church, which is cute. And I got read down from the pulpit, which is cute. Because God is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Because he knew I wasn't going to join us today. I wasn't going to join us today. Because he has to go by the book in my head. And he's like, what book? What book are you reading from? And I'm like, the book I wrote. And he's like, nope. So, God is absolutely hilarious. When we read the scripture, I about near got up and left. I feel like I'm going to have to work through my resentment towards Mary. That's going to be a work in progress. But I didn't realize I had resentment. So first step is acknowledgement. And we're there now. We're there now. So we're going to take this step by step. Yeah, I think I am done. This has just been an update video for real. I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel so inclined. Let me know if in the comments what made you join or leave a church. Ooh, the T. What made you leave the church? But also, if you joined a church, what made you join that? Or is it just a church that you grew up in and it's just the church you know? I'm curious about that. All right. Thank you so much. It was nice chatting with you guys. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel so inclined. It helps a lot. You guys have a blessed one.